How y'all doing out there? Before I start off, I just want to say, thank you everyone for coming out today. It rained on our parade and we kept on marching, and that's not easy in LA. We're not used to that, right? So, a very dangerous man was inaugurated today, and as I look out into this crowd and see all these determined faces at this marvelous demonstration, I can't help but ask myself, is there anything that we could have done differently? You know, many of us cast a ballot in what was a truly rigged election last November and hoped that the lesser of two evils would assume office today, but let me tell you that Hillary is nobody's savior. She is the status quo candidate. She ran as the status quo candidate with a platform absent of working people's issues. She is a proven tool of the imperialists. She is a Wall Street coddler. She got the Democratic Party nomination because the establishment knew that she wasn't going to change a single thing if she had changed the Oval. We know her. We know her. And, you know, Hillary was in the pockets of the billionaires and Donald Trump was the billionaire. So what choice did we really have? And the way I look at it now, we still don't have a choice. And not because we have to submit to the new Trump rule and his cabinet of oligarchs and bigots and militarists. No, we don't have a choice because we can no longer sit back and do nothing while our conditions continue to deteriorate. Fuck Donald Trump. The only option we have left is to fight. He said, "Make America great again," and I said, you know, that sounds a lot like the South will rise again, and we're not going to let that happen on our watch. You know, the movements that have erupted over the past few years, they've empowered us so much. You know, I think that in all of us there is a fire that has been ignited by the racist police terror that has stolen the lives of Eric Garner, of Mike Brown, of Ezell Ford, of Sandra Bland, of Tamir Rice, of Omar Abrego, Waukesha Wilson. So many people. So we're not going back. I think that, you know, in Florida, I'm reminded of the events that took place in Florida not too long ago when one man saw a black boy he didn't recognize wearing a hoodie and he murdered him. That man walked free. I think about in South Carolina, when another man went into a church during prayer service and murdered 9 people. The cops bought that man Burger King before they took him to jail. America has never been great for you and me, right? The America that Trump is referring to when he says "Make America Great Again" is the no protections for the oppressed sectors of society America. They carry them out on a stretcher America. And I think that we're really going to see so much unity in this coming period. You know, we're going to see a large movement of immigrants, of women, of the LGBTQ community, of black people, of Native people, and so many other oppressed parts of this country. We're going to do so because we will not go back. We will fight back, right? And we have to know that there may be consequences. We have to know that there will always be an effort on behalf of an unjust government to try to repress the people's movement when the goal is change. We have to know that that is a possibility, but rest assured that it cannot be any worse than what our revolutionary ancestors have already endured. So we're going to move forward. And we must be leery but never afraid, because fear is no longer, it's really a luxury that we can no longer afford, because see, in Trump's campaign, he exploited the people's fear and used that to place the blame on the innocent for a problem that the entire system is responsible for, right? Capitalism is the problem and the revolution will solve it, right? Recessions are built into capitalism, right? Unemployment is built into capitalism. Poverty is built into capitalism. Racism is built into capitalism. War, bigotry, exploitation is built into this system. There is only so much wealth in this country, and if it's not being distributed equally, somebody is getting the short end of the stick, and that somebody has always been the vast majority of this country. It has always been the working people of this country. We work too hard to get too little. We live in the richest nation in the world, and yet still we cannot get our basic needs met, so this whole system's gotta go. We need affordable housing, we need free education, we need universal health care, we need jobs with a livable wage. And you know, we knew that that wouldn't be solved by an election anyway. Need I remind you that everything that has been won in the streets, brothers and sisters. We may have passed through some progressive laws before, but those were only put up for consideration when a people's movement came along and made them prioritize it. And let me ask you, why should we have to vote for progress when it is due to us already? See, this is it's a struggle for power, right? And lately, the media has been very concerned about a transition of power between, and I'm going to be very honest, they have been very concerned about a transition of power between one ineffective capitalist president and another ineffective capitalist president, right? So we can continue to knock at the door of the Democratic Party and hope that one day they will open up and give us a little bit of power, or we can abandon them entirely and begin to rely on ourselves, right? We can stand up, we can unite, we can organize, we can build a multinational, revolutionary, working class movement that will tear down this stubborn, expired system and replace it with a new system, one that works for the people and puts power in our hands. That, brothers and sisters, and my gender nonconforming kin, that is the decision, and it is up to us to make. Thank you.